Millions of parents are waking up and finding more money in their bank accounts this morning. The fifth payment from the child tax credit is going out today, with the government shelling out around $15 billion to about 36 million families. With more on this now is CBS News MoneyWatch reporter Aimee Picchi. Thanks for joining us, Aimee. How much money are parents getting?
Thanks, Anne Marie. Yeah, so parents with children under 6 are going to get $300 this morning in their bank accounts, and those with children between 6 and 17 will get $250. Now, this has been going on since July, so it shouldn't be a surprise to parents to get the check this morning. But what we know so far is that more than 60 million parents of children have been getting these checks, and it's making a real difference from what we hear. We've been talking to parents about these checks and what they're using them for. And they're using them for everything from clothes for their children for back to school, to pay for groceries, to pay for rent, to pay for daycare, which is also one of the things that I think the Biden administration was hoping this money would be used for, to help parents get back to work. So, we are seeing that, and that's a really good thing so far, that, it is alleviating some hardship in some parents' budgets.
Yeah, definitely. So is that kind of like, are those the kind of the main places that the money's going in terms of the impact, that it really is going into the needs of their children?
Yeah, so there's been a lot of research done on this so far. It's really fascinating for economists to look at this, because it's kind of a real-time, real-world experiment to see, well, what happens if you give families kind of a form of basic income? And what they're showing is that people are using it, families are using it for really basic spending needs, like food, housing, but also on their kids. They're spending on, as I said, childcare, but also on the extras that kids need in school, like gymnastics classes and, school supplies and things like that. So it is making a real difference. I also want to add, though, that, there's also been research on hardship and how this is impacting hardship for families. And there's been a pretty remarkable decline in food insecurity for low-income households with children. It's declined about 25% since these checks started coming out. And the anti-poverty research has also estimated that it's kept about 3.5 million children out of poverty. So it's really doing some good in helping children avoid kind of the worst issues of poverty, like hunger.
Can some families who haven't gotten any payments yet still get the money?
Yes, absolutely. So today is the deadline to register for the child tax credit if you haven't yet done so. And you can do this through the getctc.org website. What you do is you go there and you kind of fill out a basic, very simplified tax form, because the IRS is sending out these checks based on your tax information. And what we know is that there are millions of families that don't earn enough money to file taxes. They're not actually required to file taxes under the law. But those families are at risk of missing out on the child tax credit payments. So today, if you haven't gotten one of those payments, today you can go in and register and get that money, and it'll come sometime in December. It could come December 15th, but it's kind of a moving deadline for people who register this late. But you can still get it next month. I do want to add, though, that if you miss this deadline today, you can actually claim the entire child tax credit on your tax returns next year. So all is not lost. If you don't get the cash payments by the end of 2021, you can actually file on your tax return in early 2022 and get the payments, get the whole payment actually at that time.
So, Aimee, you have given me a fairly strong argument as to the benefits of the child tax credit, but there is a debate surrounding its future.
Absolutely. So, there is some concern with some lawmakers that the child tax credit doesn't have enough limits on it, and that, perhaps it's going to people who don't really need it, and that it should be limited to the families that, maybe are lower income, and also that are working. There's some lawmakers who've said there should be work requirements added to the child tax credit. There was an economic research paper that came out recently that said there could be, a couple million parents who basically stop working because of the child tax credit, and that it could be a disincentive to some people. So that's kind of playing into this debate about, well, what should we do with the child tax credit? And right now, it's kind of up in the air as to whether it will will continue after this year. At this point, it will end. These payments will end in December. December 15th is the last payment. So watch this carefully because this is under debate in Washington with lawmakers, and it could be extended, but at this point, it's really unclear what's going to happen with the child tax credit.
Well, I know there are a lot of parents crossing their fingers on that because, as you point out, it really has made a significant difference for many people. Aimee, thank you very much.
Thanks, Anne Marie.